So, Scott, your valuation has actually increased 35% since just December of 2020. What do you think investors are seeing in your company right now? What do you think they're seeing as far as your growth prospects?
Well, our ambition is to be a global marketplace for consumers of current culture. And when you look at the trends that are driving our business, we've had 100% growth from female buyers, 100% plus growth from international buyers, 75x year over year in electronics as a category, 4,000% growth in collectibles as a category. And so what we're seeing as we expand our business both internationally and across categories, it's being reflected in the investor interest and consumer interest in StockX as an e-commerce company.
So, Scott, let's talk about that record 2020 for your company. You saw record sales. You saw a lot of growth. That growth continued into Q1 of 2021. When we talk about current culture, that's what you call your company and what you really focus on. Part of our current culture has been a pandemic and also stimulus checks. How big of an impact do you think that's been for your company?
Well, we did see tremendous growth in the business in what we called Stimulus One, which happened in April of last year. We saw accelerating growth in our business, 75% growth in Q3, over 120% growth in Q4. We were profitable in Q3 and Q4. But most importantly, as consumer buying behavior has shifted more towards e-commerce, and as the categories in which we trade on our platform are more like asset classes to this next generation, we're providing this opportunity for not only consumption of these items of current culture, but also the opportunity to trade them as asset classes, which has been a big driver of our growth in the post-pandemic world.
Yeah, it's so fascinating, Scott. This is Morgan. I mean, we talk about asset classes. Are there certain categories that you're not currently involved in that this money, this raise will now enable you to get into? And I ask that in part because things like NFTs and crypto are getting a lot of attention right now.
We've always viewed our platform as an opportunity to create new asset classes out of what would typically be commodity products. For us, that's been in sneakers, in apparel, in electronics, and collectibles. And we do believe there's an exciting opportunity with the growth of NFTs and other digital type of products that reflect underlying assets that we think we can create an opportunity for further types of trading in these underlying assets. And so we're really excited about these trends, these new opportunities that are unlocked by these new asset types. And we're a platform that's going to be able to take advantage of that, because that's really what people come to StockX for, is to not only find something that's current culture, but to be able to invest or trade or buy and have that asset appreciate over time.
So, Scott, let's talk a little bit about your brand extension. As you mentioned, you've really branched out, including handbags. I see Louis Vuitton handbags on the site, things like PlayStation 5s. I was looking on there. I was thinking about bidding. Why are you pushing into these different categories when you seem to have so much success with sneakers and such a niche crowd of people that are gravitating to your site? Also, your content is really focused on a lot of sneakerheads when you look at your editorial stuff.
Well, we're focused on what we call the next generation of consumers. And what that means is 70% of our consumers are under the age of 35. They're focused on not only sneakers, of which 31% of Gen Z would call themselves a sneakerhead, but it's really catering to those types of products that cater to that type of consumer. And so we've expanded into other categories, building on our growth in sneakers into apparel, into electronics. We've been trading almost a console every single minute since we launched in November in electronics as a category. Trading cards, collectibles has been a category of enthusiasts that's been around for decades and decades, but now it's seeing this new resurgence. And so we launched that as a category about a year ago. And as I said, that's seen explosive growth. And so we're really just trying to focus on what are the types of products that this consumer is really attracted to, and then being a platform of choice for those consumers when they're making a purchase decision.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.